Well, hello again, guys. It's SK Antiques back again here. We've got some pretty good news here. We have managed to revive the Intermatic time all, which I thought for sure I'd completely absolutely destroyed, but that was not the case. Unfortunately, the only kind of price to pay was the outdoor version of this timer, which, I didn't have enough parts for both. I was able to kind of see the sort of see the damage that was caused to this motor here. Let's pull this apart. There's a whole, if you remember the first part, there's a whole section which goes over top of this. That I was kind of able to pop apart. Still haven't gotten into that coil yet. I'm thinking I may try and repair the leads on that and maybe try and salvage this timer. Although then again, I'm dealing with the famous issue with all these Intermatics, which is, the main drive gear is just completely toasted. So even if I do revive this coil, or I guess the coils, if I fix the leads on it, I'm still screwed that way. Yeah. So anyway, what we got all hung up on last time was I kind of got mixed up on my terminals here. This is for the outlet, and because these all use the same style of connections and all that, I can just show you how this all works. These leads, if I can get the motor back out, these fit on to those terminals there. Of course, now we'll come out of the back. Here we go. These fit onto here. And I don't know, I somehow had this backwards where I thought, I don't know, they fit onto these ones or what. Oh, this is a completely different one. Where it fit onto these guys or something like that. I don't know what I don't know. I've been working I've been trying way too hard on this. But anyway, it took a few hours to get this perfected. But we got it. And we oiled the main gear train on this as well, which is present in this little bag here. If you remember in the first video, the motor had a whole stack of gears. I just kind of lathered it in Mobile OW-40, and the thing went from making a ton of noise when running to just almost dead silence. So, oh yeah, those gears, I don't know if I mean, they must be lubricated somehow. I don't know what they look like on the new ones, but the impression I got was that, they were bone dry on both motors, so I thought, oh, it probably wasn't lubricated, but I don't think that was the case anymore. Not sure what oil they used, though. So anyway, this is fine and dandy, which is a shock to even say that. I thought for sure I wasn't going to get this, but it's running. That is the correct time, by the way. It is 9 o'clock now, and that's what the timer says, 9 p.m. So this has been running smoothly. I've tested the outlet on the back, and as promised, this thing does indeed turn the current off and on. And I'm not exactly sure what the significance of this button is here. I know this just turns things on and off. But I feel like there's something else to this too. I don't completely understand it. I think this needs to be oiled or greased or something because it's quite sticky. I don't know. You kind of have to fiddle around with it to get it to spring back up on you. This timer was definitely meant to be seen. I'm assuming this was just like meant to be in a kitchen or something. I mean, you could get this to do anything, right? But the fact that they actually tried with the design on this, even the way it's angled, that's clearly meant to be, looked down on from here. Unlike its counterpart there. So anyway, this technology is still in use today. Intermatic still sells these. Well, it still uses the time all name. I'd love to pop open a modern Intermatic just to see what the heck goes on inside. I can only imagine. I hope they haven't changed anything, and I hope they finally become wise to their own problem. Hopefully the new timers don't suffer that same issue with that drive gear. But yeah, until then though, until I do pop open a modern Intermatic, which, $21 later, that seems like a bit much to do that. We've got a real deal, much older time all. I guess the next goal for these in my book, would be to get a hold of one from like 1964 or 63. Something really old with a brass drive gear and with a more mid-century looking design. That would be the ultimate. But yeah, for something this old, it's bizarre to say that this technology and this company is still in use and is still for sale and people are cloning it. And that's what, every Christmas you go to Walmart or Home Depot and you see 100 different clones of, you know, Intermatic-like designs, but they all use a significantly worse gear drive design. So anyways, boys, that's enough timer talk for today. So that is the Intermatic Time All service. I'm sorry I didn't film any of this. It took, you know, probably way longer than it should have to do this, but we got it together. So thank you guys for those of you who actually tuned into this, and I will see you in the next in the next quote-unquote great video, whatever that may be. And as for all this, you know, it is tempting to just throw it all out, but I'm just going to shove it in a bag and pretend I didn't have it. Or, you know, something from this someday is going to come in handy, whether it be the second dial or... Oh, yeah, and the other drive gear, the dial drive gear stripped on this, too. Oh, man, this is a real basket case. This actually is, like, basically unsalvageable now. The case is really the only thing that you can even... I mean, the wiring and the case... yeah, it's a... I'm not going to invest time to try and fix this. I got the cool-looking timer out of it, so... Or cooler-looking timer, I should say. So I should just be pleased with that. Anyways, guys, I will see you in the next video.